Well, I'm down here in the park again looking for old bottles, and I think I may have found a little old bottle. I can see it looks whole. It's got a bob top neck on it. Let's hope it's whole. I'm gonna try and dig it up. Do this live. It's got a bottle, a piece of glass against it. It looks whole to me. We just have to be careful digging it up. See if we can get it come up real easy like. I think it's gonna come up. There it comes. Oh yeah, it's whole. That's a nice one. Look at that. All right. Beautiful. It's whole too. Wow. Got a little square triangle on the bottom of it. It'll need to be cleaned up. Oh, it's got some embossing on the top of it. Let's see what it looks like. I may have one of these, or one a little bit bigger. It's got something fluid ounces on it. Let's see. Looks like 2 fluid ounces. Yeah, that's what it says, 2 fluid ounces. That's a nice bottle to add to my collection. I'm glad I come over here. See, I got over there at your church and done a little walking and getting me some exercise in. This has been Holy Week this week, and I've been in church since Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening, and I had to be back up to church at 3 o'clock today for a little service up there that they had, and I just got through exercising a while ago and went back to the house and got my sweats on, you know, and decided I'd come over here to the park to see if I can find an old bottle, and I did. Look at there. That's a nice one. Glad to have that. That'd be a nice addition to my collection. Well, let's look around and see if we can find some more. Get back with you if I find something else. Y'all, look how beautiful that bottle's cleaned up. And I want y'all to know that thing has got a beautiful blue tint to it, or blue color to it. It is just gorgeous. And this, me taking this video don't do it justice. If y'all could see it up close, it has just got it's a beautiful color, blue color to it. Light blue. And more of that thing just cleaned up so nice. It's got, I think it says 766 on the bottom, and number 11. But man, that thing sure is beautiful. Get back with y'all later. Here's something unique. I found a piece of petrified wood. It looks like a rock, but you can see the grains. Can't see much on that side, but on this side, you can actually see the grains of wood. That's a piece of petrified wood, all right. I never thought I'd find something like that down here. Well, I'll get back with you if I find anything. I'm back over here at the park looking for a little while before dark this evening. And I just found, I think, a piece of jewelry of some kind. It's got some gold gilt on the front of it. But, seemed like I found one of these over here before. And that's the back of it. You know, and that's the front. But it had a little bit of gold gilt around the edge of it. And I don't know what that is. If any of y'all knows what it is, well, let me know. Comment on the tell me what it is. Thanks. Bye. Well, I just found my first wheat center of the afternoon, or the evening. Get back with you if I find something else. Alright, I'm back down here at the bottle depository, and I think I may have another whole one. We're going to try and dig it live and see. I hope it's whole. Go easy. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Hard to dig with one hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this one's whole too. man, wow, that's a good one. Awesome. Let me get up, if I can. Give me a minute. All right, I'm up. I'm getting old. But anyway, I don't know what the color it is of this one here. That other one I found was a light blue. But, man, it's about the size of that other one. Now, I don't see any bossing right off the bat on this one, even though there may be some on it somewhere. Well, there's something on the bottom of it, but I don't see nothing around it. Well, we'll get it home and clean it up. Maybe there'll be something on it. I don't see no embossing on this one. Just smooth, but it's old, and I'm glad to have it. I'll get back with you if I find something else. I think I just found a pocket watch part. Turn it over and look at the back of it. And I believe that's what it is. Get back with you to find something else. I just found this here laying around on top of the ground. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a screw top. But, and it feels kind of hard. I guess it's glass. I see bubbles in it right there. There's a bubble on the inside. See it right there? So I know it's got to be old, so I'll keep that, I guess. It was a lid to something, went down in some kind of bottle or something. Well, get back with you, find something else. Well, I just found a thimble. Over here it's a bottle depository. And it ain't silver, but I'm tickled to have it anyway. A nice little relic. Get back with y'all if I find anything else. Well, I guess I can join the club for the guys all the guys that found these things right here. Harmonica reed. So I'll get back with y'all if I find anything else. Well, I just found my first Jefferson nickel of the afternoon. Get back with you if I find anything else. Now I have got one memorial penny. Get back with you in a little bit. Well, I just found me another little bottle to add to my collection. And it's a little bitty bottle. But it's a cork top, and we'll keep it. It's whole. It was just sticking right out of the ground, you know. And I thought it might have been broke, but it wasn't. So we'll take it. Yep. And by the way, I got me another camera. It's another Sony Cyber Shot. It's just a little smaller than the one I got at the house, but it's about the same. But it don't shake, so hopefully we'll get some good videos made with this one. So, I'll get back with you if I find something else. Well, it turns out my little bottle has got some measurements on the side of it. On this side it says CC10, and below that it says 5. And both of them have little lines under them, you know, for measurement. And then on the side right here, it says, look like it says 3, I don't know, look like 356, where it looked like maybe 366, I don't know. And then on this side it's got 1, 2, 3. And it's got a little mark below the 1, so I guess that would be about a half, you know. And each one in between the half, I guess. So, but that's a neat little bottle right there to have. Yep. We'll take that home, dude, home and clean it up. I'll take a picture of it then. Get back with you if I get back with y'all later. Alright, back last month I was up there at Old Washington, where I was, his Short State Park, where I worked part-time. And I had been watching these videos, some on Artifact Man's channel, YouTube channel, of them guys hunting for arrowhead in these creeks, walking these creeks. And when they come up on these rock beds, they'd find, flint, where the part where they were making arrowheads, they would chip a little piece off. Well, up there at work, we got a little creek right down there close to the railroad, and we got an old railroad depot down there. Where I've been having to keep that thing mowed and cleaned up, and but there's a little creek down there right before you get to that old railroad depot, and I noticed that there was a rock bed down there one day. And I said, well, I wonder if I could find an arrowhead or anything down there. So anyway, I went down there and I started finding these little chips, where they had been making the arrowheads, what they call the flints, and I thought I never did find the arrowhead that day, but I kept going down there after a fresh rain, after the creek had swollen and then dropped back down, and eventually I did find a little bird point, and it's a perfect little point. Check it out. You can see that, and it's sitting. That thing's laying inside a wheat penny. That's how small that bird point is. And it's a perfect little point. Pretty little point too. And it's got like a, then I can tell, and right here at the back of it, where my finger is, and I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but right there, there's a little white line that goes across in that rock where they chipped out that arrowhead. But it's a bird point. What I've been told is a bird point. But anyway, it almost sits, it's so small, so tiny, that it almost sits inside that wheat penny. That's how small it is. Okay? But anyway, I noticed that, I said, well, for the rock bed there's bound to be a rock bed on up the creek a ways. So, and there's some cabins down there close to the creek. Somebody had bought, and they're going to make like a vacation spot or wedding place for people that's just got married to get like a getaway, and they're fixing it up. They got some cabins, down there. Well, I asked this guy one day down there working, I said, do you don't mind if I walk down there behind them cabins down there to that creek? I want to check for Indian artifacts, see if I can find anything. I noticed there's a rock bed down there. So anyway, I went down there. He gave me permission. I went down there. I found some more flints and stuff down there, but I never did find no arrowheads. And now the creek's up so high I can't get down there, back down there to that rock bed down there. And the creek widens out down there. But anyway, that day that I was down there looking, I did get permission and went down there one day when the creek was down pretty low, and I found some Native American pottery jars, Native American pottery jar, and I'll show that to you later. I've got it out there in the truck, and I got some flints where they're chipping away at arrowheads to make arrowheads, and I'll show them also. But the reason I know that was a Native American pottery jar is because they had an archaeologist come up there to Old Washington for a meeting the other day, and I showed the curator up there at Old Washington that pottery jar, and I told him what I thought it was, and he took it and he showed it to that archaeologist, and the archaeologist said, yeah, that's what it is. It's a Native American pottery jar. And on the inside of this jar, the wall of the pottery is real black, where they put, what they used to do supposedly is they took ashes, hot coals from a fire and put down inside there. Okay, maybe that's the way they kept themselves warm in their huts or whatever, in their, where they lived. I don't know, but anyway, but I thought it was real interesting. And on this pottery jar, you can see couple little dots of red. That might have been maybe some artwork that they put on it. I don't know, but anyway, it's just what they call a pottery char. It's not the whole pot. It's just a broken piece. But I'll show it to you later. Let's go metal detecting. Let's go hunting and see if we can find anything. Okay, here's this Native American pottery char I was telling you about. And I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but you know, I'm looking at the wrong end. Okay, now you can see that little bit of red, little red dot right there. Looks like a little red paint, probably with some artwork that they put on the pottery. And there's supposed to be more than one. Yeah, there's two little dots there, right together. One on the right there, and one right almost to the left of it. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a little smaller. But I was telling you about the hot coals out of a fire that they would put inside these pots. You see how dark that looks? If you can tell, it's real black looking. You know, real charred. You can't tell, but it's real black looking, you know. And but that's Native American. That's early Indians in Arkansas. Part of an old pot, Indian pottery. But it's just a piece of it. And I found it in that old creek up there close to where I work. And I'm planning on going back up there and looking for me another arrowhead or two, but this water's just too high up the other day, and we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, so I doubt I get to hunt it for a while, you know, look around for a while until the water goes back down. But anyway, I was going to show you these flints where they was chipping off to make arrowheads. They're real thin pieces. This here looks like a part of a quartz piece that I picked up, and then I found this other little piece too. It's real thin, but anyway, I'll get back with y'all later on that, only if I find anything else. But we're still metal detecting, treasure hunting, and I just got through hunting an old school and found part of an old knife, but I didn't find a whole lot. I didn't find no coins or anything. Me and Bugman hunted it before, and I'd found a couple of wheat pennies and a heart-shaped locket. It was gold-plated on the outside, but it was silver on the inside. It even had, I think, it even had sterling on the inside, or 925, but it was silver on the inside, and I was tickled to have that. But that was in another video. I've already made that video, but anyway, I'll talk to you later. Well, right before dark, I was down there at the bottle depository, and I was digging a good, what I thought was a good signal, and I started hitting glass, and I dug up a jug that, or a pitcher. It looked like a pitcher, you know, like a some kind of a pitcher that you put liquid in, you know, like Kool-Aid or you know, some kind of pitcher that way, you know. But anyway, it was all broken up, and I was pulling all it out of the hole so I could get to my target. And I seen what looked like a hole bottle, and it was, and I dug it up, and this bottle here come out of the ground, and it's got a big mouth on it, you know, but I don't think it's as old. I don't think it's as old as some of the ones I've been finding down there at the bottle depository. It's got some letters and numbers on the bottom of it. You know, I don't know if you probably can't see them. Let me see if I got it in. I can't tell. Yeah, I got it right there. Okay, it says, it looks like it says 8, and then it's got something, 8G7. Well, that's what it says. 8G, or Maybe it says BG7. I don't know. But anyway, it's bound to be old because you know, it probably ain't back in the 1800s or anything, but I've seen a line right here. It seemed like it was yeah. There's a line right here that goes all the way up and down the bottle where they, you know, and that's the way they made bottles a long time ago. And I thought I wasn't sure if it's a screw top or not, but when I got to looking at it, up here, it's got these things up here, so it kind of looks like it would have had to have had a great big bottle cap on it if it was a screw top. Because I don't know, you know, the way that looks, you know, I don't know if it was screw top or not. But anyway, it's an older bottle. I cleaned it up and I'm gonna keep it. So I just thought I'd show that to you. I didn't find much of anything else this evening, so we'll get back with you later. Okay, late yesterday evening, I dug up a bottle down right here, and I thought there was some more glass in the hole, so I marked my spot so I could come back to it. And sure enough, look what I found. I found another bottle like I found yesterday evening that's whole, and then I found this one here, and it's much older, and it's a cork top. I'm glad to have that little bottle. Yes, sir. We're going to keep digging around, see if we can find some more. Get back with you in a little bit. Well, I just found this here. Got a signal with my detector and started digging. Dug that up. Looks like an old doorknob. Got a hole back here in the back, probably an old doorknob. But it's metal, solid black. Now that's an old relic for you. I'll surely keep that. Get back with you if I find something else. Okay, I think I just found another little whole bottle. I ain't dug it up yet, but it looks whole to me. Yep, those little hole one, just like we found a while ago. And we'll take that. Yes, sir. We'll put it over here with the other two. And we'll keep digging. Starting to rain, y'all. It's supposed to rain. We're supposed to have 100% rain today, but it ain't rained yet. And they're talking about severe thunderstorms or strong thunderstorms, likely. But we're going to keep on until it gives a start raining a little harder, and then we'll have to go back to the truck. My metal detector's getting ruined. We'll see you in a little bit. Back down here to the bottle depository, and I just come across this bottle. It's almost whole. I'm gonna keep it anyway, and it's a blob top, but it's got a little chip out of the top right here, man. But it's almost whole. The rest of it's all intact. I'm gonna keep that. It's got a pretty color, pretty aquamarine blue color to it. I'm gonna keep that one. I'll just turn the back part away from it. But still got the metal piece in it too from the cork. Alright, get back with you to find something else. Y'all, it's starting to get late, but I hope y'all can see this. Look what I just walked up on. This thing is a little creek right here between the two ballparks and ball fields. And I said, well, I thought I saw some milk glass sticking out of the bank. And then you look over there, it looks like a milk glass jar sticking out of the bank over there. But that ain't what I was looking at. I was looking at that white thing right there on the side of that bank right there. But when I walked down here, I saw this bottle laying here. And it was whole, and I said, man, I hope that thing's intact. And look what it is. It's like that old Dr. Pepper bottle I found the other day that had the top broke off of it. Except this one's whole. And it's not nothing wrong with it. It's completely intact. Completely. What a find. Dr. Pepper, good for life, it says. And it says 10, 2, and 4 on it, on the back. And there's not a broken spot on it. It's complete whole, completely whole. That's a good find right there. Let me see if I can get over here and see if that's a milk glass jar over and get it. Yeah, it's a milk glass jar. And I don't know why I didn't bring my digger down here with me. I should have brought it with me, but we'll see if we can use my fingers and get it under, pull it out. Yeah, wherever it came, oh, the top broke on it. Well, that's too bad. And then it's a screw top anyway, but most of them are. So. But, doggone it. That'd been a good little piece right there. I might take it anyway though, you know. You don't find too many of them. So, I'll get back with you in a little bit. Well, I just think I found another whole bottle. But it ain't that old, I don't think. It looks like a screw top. Give me a minute and I'll get it up. Yeah. It's just a screw top, but it's a unique bottle. Flat on this side, you know, but kind of got an indentation on this side, and it's got some little decorations, beads or something up here. And we'll keep it. It's hard glass. It's thick glass. Got 495 on the bottom of it. Get back with y'all, find something else. I just now noticed something about this little bottle. It's got some embossing on the side of it. It says chili powder. I just dropped it. But it says chili powder on this side. And I don't know what it says on the other side. It says, yeah, let me see. I can't really tell. I'll look at it better when I get home and take another picture of it. See you later. Bye. Okay, I'm up here in the country on the other side of Old Washington Historic State Park, and I learned about an old school that they called Academy, and one older man told me exactly where he said it was at. There's a center block church, and I don't know if y'all can see through those pines over there, but there's a center block church right across the road from me over there. And the older man said that the school sat right across the road from the old church. And everybody I talked to, they didn't know, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And I said, well, today I'm just going to get out here in this pine thicket. It belongs to a deer camp. This property I'm on belongs to a lease across the road behind the church over there. And there just happened to be a man over there, some people over there, I believe it was last weekend. And I asked them about hunting. They said they didn't think anybody would care. But anyway, I come back down here today and there was a man there, and I asked him, he said, sure, go ahead. He didn't think I'd find anything. Well, I got out here, and man, it is overgrown, thick out here. But you can still swing a coil a little bit, but you know, it's starting to warm up and you have to watch for creepy crawlies and all that kind of stuff. But I got a signal, I don't know, maybe 30 yards over there, and dug up a big piece of iron. And I think that's probably remnants of the old school, you know. So I come up through here and got a pretty good signal locked on dime quarter, and I dug down, and it's a buckle, a belt buckle. So that's a good sign. So maybe we'll keep going just a little while longer. Maybe we'll find a coin or something out here. But I'll get back with you if I find anything else. And there's the old center block church right there. And the man said the school was across the road in front of the church. That man I was talking to, I think I mentioned it before, he's about 80 years old. Probably more than 80, but he was real old. And he told me that's where he told me it was at. Now I found that belt buckle out there, okay, but it was down a little bit to the right of the old school. But you know, that might have been where the playground, some of the you know, yard was to the school. You know, I'm sure it was. But I just found, when I got down here, I noticed there's some jonquils growing along the shoulder of the road ditch over here. And you usually see jonquils around old house sites, you know. And I got you looking, and there's some jonquils out there in them woods right there. And I guess them are jonquils. Look like jonquils to me. I work around them every Monday and Tuesday down there at Old Washington. But there's some out there in the woods out there, and they're blooming too. Some of them had blooms on them. Yeah, I see a bloom on one of them right there. But I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I can try to zoom in for you a little bit. See them right there? Them jonquils, okay? And usually where you find jonquils, you find the old house place. But I don't know, maybe they were around school, maybe there's a road right here behind my truck, right in front of the church gate, that goes off down into some hay meadows down there. And he might have been talking across that road, but I thought the way he talked, he was talking about the main gravel road, across the main gravel road in front of the church. And but these jonquils, they're blooming. Quite a few of them, a bunch of them up through there. There might have been well, I don't know what, there's a kind of a low spot right here. It's got some water in it, like a little pool or something, you know. Maybe just an old slough, sunk in spot in the ground or something, but I don't know. I don't see if you can see it right there. See, there's water out in that. And this, man, it's hot and dry right now. But this road right here, I was going to tell y'all, this gravel road, they call this gravel road Academy Road, okay? All right. And that was the name of this school down here. It was an African-American school, okay? And I talked to a man down the road down here on the right, he told me that he moved here in 1950, and that school was here then, okay? But he said that the road stayed so messed up, so muddy and everything, he never could come down here to see where the school was at. But he knew it was down here back in the night when he first moved here in 1950. And so I know the school was here. And that belt buckle I just found, that should prove it. I found that big piece of iron too. I don't know how, you know, I talked to one of those guys at that deer camp, and they said that you know, logging people come in and cut this before, and then it grew back up and they cut it again. So, you know, there ain't no telling, you know, who lost that belt buckle. It might have been lost by some timber company workers or something, you know. For all I know, you know, it might not be. It's an old belt buckle, you know. It's brass, you know. So, but it was a good find anyway, good little rock to find. I wish I could have found some coins out there, but man, it's just thick, thick, thick. More of that old pine straw on the ground, and you just can't hardly swing coil out there. I did find some 22 bullets, and I found a shotgun shell, and what else? I found another thing, but I don't think it's got nothing to do. It was laying on top of the ground. I'll show it to you. It's got numbers on it, measurements on it. Don't exactly know what it is. And y'all see this video. If y'all know what it is, y'all can comment and tell me. But that thing feels heavy. It looks like it's galvanized. On this side, it's got 3, 4, and 5. Can y'all see that? the sun, where the sun shining through this lens, I can't tell if y'all can see that or not, but oh yeah. But anyway, I don't know what that is. Got some lettering on this side. It says backwards on this side. It's 5, 4, and look like 3. But I don't know what that is. It was giving off a good signal though, but it was laying right on top of the ground. Well, I'll get back with y'all later. We're going to go somewhere else, try to find some coins. Something worth putting on video. I'll see y'all later. This morning, we had one of our job training, or our training program, we had a meeting over on the north side park over there. And afterwards, we were walking outside, and I was walking down to a guy's truck to give him my phone number. And whenever I was walking back down, there were some dumpsters, and I happened to look down on the ground beside the dumpster and seen a penny laying there. And I said, well, that's just a memorial probably. And I was going to pass it up, but I said, no, it kind of looked kind of weird. So, like it was kind of old, you know, so from the way it looked. So I walked back over there and got to looking at it and noticed it was a wheat penny. And I'll be darned, a wheat penny laying right beside the dumpster there. So it's kind of odd how where you find old coins at sometimes. Well, I'm over here to the bottle depository, and I just found something. I think it's silver. I hope it is. It's a silver spoon, a little one. Maybe it's for a baby or a child. I hope it's silver. That's the way it come out of the ground. All right, we'll get back with you in a little bit. Down here at the bottle depository, metal detecting a little bit on a Sunday afternoon, and decided I'd look around for bottles too while I was down here, and I just found this little bitty bottle right here. Little bitty bottle, probably a little perfume bottle, but it's not a cork top or a bob top or anything. It's just a screw top. But I thought it looked real cute laying there on top of the ground. I'll probably keep it. Real thin. Alright, we'll get back with you if find anything else. Boys and girls, I'm one happy dude right now. You ain't gonna believe what I just found down here at this bottle depository. I have made one heck of a find down here. And I'd have never thought I'd have found this down here. But, and Bugman, you ain't gonna believe this. Bugman ain't gonna believe it. He should have been with me this Saturday. He's off over there playing in a golf tournament at the golf club over there here in Hope. But I guess it's here in Hope. But anyway, and you know, me and Indian Head Joe, my brother Joe, we've hunted this place hard, you know, and I'm still coming up with coins. And man, I just can't believe I just found this. And I just found the barber hat. I just don't believe, I can't believe I just found the barber hat. This thing was giving off a $half signal. I said, oh, it's probably a piece of brass or something. And I popped the plug, went to pop the plug, and that thing jumped out at me. I just can't believe it. Man, I'm one happy dude right now. The date on it is 1906. What a find. I just don't believe it. Man, I am one happy dude. I ain't never found a barber hat. I found barber quarters and barber dimes, but this is the first barber hat. And I'm going to tell y'all something. This thing is in excellent condition. And I ain't going to rub on it. I rubbed a little just to see what the date was and to see what the eagle looked like on the back. But I ain't going to do any more on it. We'll wash it off when we get home. And then I'll take a better picture of it. I just can't believe this. Man, what a find. I'll get back with y'all if I can't find anything else. Well, there she is. One off my bucket list. Very first barber hat I ever found. All cleaned up. Show you the back of it. in pretty good condition, but it's a little worn. You can tell it's a little worn, but yeah, but man, it's still a pretty coin. And I'm glad to have it. And I am happy. I am a happy camper. And I'll post some pictures of it too on the video. Bye. You know, sometimes when you're metal detecting and you find something, you don't know what it is, but you can see some wording on it, and you say, well, I'll just put it in my pocket and I'll look at it when I get home, you know, just try to make out what it is. Not thinking it's anything important or, you know, anything, you know, worth keeping, you know. So, you know, that's what happened to me yesterday before I found that silver half. I found this little square tag on the ground, right on the surface, you know. And I said I could see some lettering on it, wording on it, but I couldn't tell what it was. Didn't think nothing about it, so I just stuck myself. I'll stick it in my pocket and look at it when I get home. So when I got home later on that night, I washed it off and got to looking at it. And on the front, I think if you'll look close, and if you can tell, on the top it has Model T, and in the middle it has split door, D-O-R-F, split like a banana split, you know, split door. It's got split door, and New York under split door, and then Model A at the bottom. And I was talking to a friend and about this tag, and he said it might be off of either a Model T or Model A Ford car, you know, off the door, you know, maybe off the door or something, tag off the door or something, inside the door. But that's a nice relic, and you know, you just never know what you're gonna find. You don't know what it is, and you decide to just, you know, take it on home and look at it later. This turned out to be a pretty nice relic, and my younger brother, Indian Head Joe, he got a nice shop down at his house, and he's big into antique cars and rebuilding cars and from scratch, and he rebuilt a '55 Chevy from scratch, and actually was driving it for a while. I think he just put the motor back in it here a while back, and I don't know if it's running now or not, but it will run. He was driving around for a while, but he's got a lot of memorabilia hanging up in his shop of old antique cars and '55 Chevys and '57 Bel Airs and all that kind of stuff, and he's big into that kind of thing, him and his friends, and I might just let him have this tag. That would make a nice little addition to his shop. So I'll get back with y'all later. We're finna head on down here and see if we can find anything else this evening for a little while. I don't know if we'll find another barber half or not, but probably not. But just get out and look and see what we can find. You never know. So get back with you if I find something good. I just found this here watch fob. I guess that's a watch fob, looks like it. And I don't know what's on the front of it. There's usually something on the front of them things. Now I'll get back with you if I find anything else. Okay, the find of the day was this Star brand Shoes Are Better watch fob. And there's a bunch of letters around that star. There's a J and looked like I don't know what the other one was. I think it was an H or something. But I don't know what the other letters are. I went online and looked at some on eBay, and they were all different than the ones I got. And there it says something on the back here, back about right here where my thumb's at, in the middle, somewhere right in here. It's got some words, but I can't make out what they are. And and on one of those watch fobs on the eBay, on the back it had a building. I guess that's where the company building was. But it don't look like there's nothing. I don't see no building on this one that I can make out. It's just got I guess a silver plate to it. It probably was silver plated at one time. And it looked like it had some white wash or white paint on the front of it. But it's still a nice find, and I'm glad to have it. So that's the watch fob, the one that I found. I got it cleaned up. That's the best I could, and that's what it says. All right, see you later. I just found this thing here. It's a handle to a water hydrant by the house. You know, turn the water on. And that thing's brass. That's a nice relic right there. Get back with you if you find anything else. I just found this here, and it looked like, I thought it was a broken bottle because it was kind of like down in the ground, kind of like that there, you know. But I thought it was just a broken bottle until I got to digging around, looking to see if it was broken. I got it up. That ain't no bottle. Ain't no part to a bottle. It ain't broken. At the top, it's looks like I say I look like. You might could put a candle in it. I don't know. It's a little chipped on the bottom, but boy, that's some thick glass. Yeah. Get back with you if you find anything else. Well, I just found this thing here. It looks like I thought it was a skeleton key. But I don't know, maybe a clock winder or something. And it's kind of lead on the end of it. That's lead. Pretty heavy. All right, get back with you if you find something else. I just found a toy piece. Get back with you if I find anything else. Well, there's Yulelah saying good luck with your hunting and God bless.
Genuinely a really nice fellow. He's a really big dude with an attitude that's mellow. He's digging for tokens.